Yo, what's good everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be testing out the new Chaos support cards. Honestly, I usually wait for Edo Pro, but because it's the weekend, I don't think Edo Pro updates like the cards. It takes really long, like usually until like Tuesday. So I thought, you know what, I'll just whip out Master Duel Pro, even though I don't really like this because it's kind of weird to play and like the timer runs out really fast. You don't have time. But and there's no like proper TCG ruling, so I have to play on OCG with Maxi and shit. But it's still worth it to like just showcase these cards, and then I'll obviously like be making more videos when they come out on Eda Pro, and I'll be testing out like multiple different builds. So with this card, I've seen a lot of people just be very disappointed, and I don't know why. I think they wanted this card to be able to activate whatever it sets immediately. But here's the thing, guys, okay? This is just bad, okay? This is bad design if they make it so you can activate it this turn. You know why? Because this works like Holy Sue, okay? If we go Vanquish, Soul, Holy Sue. This was one of the best decks, okay? If we look at Holy Sue here, do you guys think Holy Sue would do anything on her own? Of course not. She has to reveal another Vanquish Soul monster. Why is this good design? Because it means they usually cannot play this with other archetypes. They can't like splash it as an engine, I mean. They have to play it in like a Vanquish Soul build, right? This is the exact same. Imagine this was just like, anyone can just discard a quick play spell and then set, Mind Shuffle and then add and just make these turn 0 plays for free. What do you guys think about this? Everyone would splash this in their deck. Actually, I would argue it would make Chaos weaker because these other decks that are already very good, they can just splash this for free and get all these turn 0 interruptions and like unaffected monsters and all that just for free. Do you guys think this is gonna be okay or not? Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know why people just always want to have like the most broken shit on one card. This is not good design, okay? This requires you to actually combo with like the other cards that you have in your deck, and I really like this design, okay? And this right here means that we are gonna most likely be playing this, and this also has a lot of value. I've even seen people make some outrageous comments saying that this card will not even be played. Have you lost your mind? I think people are just judging too quickly without actually seeing what this card does. So anyways, in this build, I'm actually playing, I was playing 50 as well, and I was like changing it up a bit. I'm actually gonna showcase like different decks. This is just like an initial look at it, not like the best build or anything. I'm gonna test it out to see like what the most optimal build is. I do wanna play around 44 for this deck. Maybe play 2 of this instead of 3, just so I can like trim it down a bit. But yeah, and also like I'm not playing Callby in this because this is OCG. Callby is banned. There's a lot of like different stuff. Ideally, like I would also play like Herald of Arclights, but I was trying to keep it like TCG as much as possible. I did play Maxi at one point, but yeah, you can see like Droll is at 1. I would obviously play 2 if I could. But yeah, and this card right here is also very good. I've really been enjoying this card. These two together are just like very, very good. And the fact is, you can go Ritual Spell, add back, and then you can activate this from hand, discard the Ritual Spell, and then you establish a level 7 or higher, and then also, like this, triggers to just reset the Ritual Spell. So you can just Ritual your Black Chaos or Lesser Soldier anyway, right? While also having an additional level 9 on the field. So there's a lot of cool ways you can actually use this, and people just don't understand how to play this. What I've seen is like, when you go for this, usually when I actually grab the Black Chaos, and you have a disgusting tag in, tag out with these, because every time you tag out, you go into Black Chaos, this is going to protect your back row. Okay, then you tag back into this, you set another spell, then you tag back out, and then tag back in, set another spell, and if they try to destroy any of them, you just go Black Chaos, protect. And then when it comes back to your turn, you win. Because you'll have like Chaos Hats, you have Spell Shattering Sword, you have like your Ritual Spell, you can play Mystic Box if you want, just so broken. And you also have Mind Shuffle as well. So people are just, I don't know, they're just hating on this card for no reason. Anyways, this is the deck list I'm going to be taking here. Again, like there's a lot of changes I want to make to this deck. This is just like an initial look, and this was 50 initially. So let's see. Replays. This was kind of hard to actually like find proper duels. So let's see this one against the new Umbral horror cards. So this archetype is actually very cool. I do want to test it out and maybe like play it a bit. But at the moment, I'm having like super chaos hype. So once the hype goes down a bit, and I've already tested the cards and stuff, then I'll move on to like these other cool stuff. Okay, so let's look at our hand here. We have Grifo and Multiplying Grifo. Okay, awesome. We have a turn 0 play, and because I play Curtain, this is gonna summon Dark Magician, actually enable my turn 0 plays, and this is gonna be super solid. Let's see what I'm gonna do here. So he goes for the Umbral that summons from hand. I'm not gonna lie, I actually thought this just special summons without starting a chain, but obviously this has to start the chain, right? And then because it adds as well, so it's gonna have to trigger. So this guy is also gonna Parolia, which is very bad for us because we're gonna have to give him draws here, and that's not good. So okay, yeah, he already has full combo, right? So this duel is gonna be actually insane. So we're gonna give him one draw. We're gonna summon Multiplying Grifo. He is gonna have to trigger Multiplying at some point. He does now. So we can chain Grifo as well. Summon the Dark Magician, and then we're gonna activate the Mind Shuffle. So again, like a lot of people just don't know how to play Chaos, and this is why like they say like the cards suck when they just don't. I've also like seen a lot some people play like in the championship TCG thing. They were live streaming it. Someone I think qualified, Josh Kelly or something. So congratulations to him. He's actually playing a branded build as well, which again, like I always say, I think branded is the best version. Even though Azamina is very good, both can top, but I think branded is slightly better at the moment. And then it's gonna become like a huge gap, which is what I'm showcasing right now. This build right here is like super insane. Azamina could just never compete with this. So he's gonna go 1000 Umbral Horror to actually place the field spell directly. No, field spell doesn't actually floodgate our deck at all. Chaos doesn't really lose to anything. It's just like these weird interactions sometimes where you get randomly caught off guard by an ogre for some reason or something like that. These interactions are what kill you, or you brick to your own hand. This deck, like as a if you open a good hand, you just never lose because the deck is super broken. You have so many unaffected monsters, and now with the new support, like I don't know what to tell you. Like you should not be losing basically, unless you brick. So we're gonna actually add Black Chaos. Now, a lot of people will just go Luster Soldier, and I know you guys thought I would add Luster Soldier, but this is incorrect, because if I have Black Swordsman in my hand, or anything I can tag out with, especially now that we have 3 more monsters, which is the new Black Skull Archfiend, you want to grab this, so you can protect your Mind Shuffle, and then you win on your turn. So let's see how I'm gonna do that here. He's gonna Exceed into the Vein. I already know what these cards do because I did actually analyze them in my previous video. So we're gonna spin back the Dark Magician, summon the Magician of Black Chaos. You do not add back the Virtual Soul because you want to keep this unaffected. And then this is also a play in the graveyard. You don't want this in your hand at all, okay? So he is gonna add a Counter Trap Omni Negate, and then look at this, guys. He goes into this, and then why did I just keep this on the field instead of this? Because now he has to target this, because he can't target this. This is just not gonna get destroyed. He has to target this, and then I spin it back, right? I want to minimize the number of draws I give him because I am under Parolia, right? I already gave him 2 draws, one of Multiplying Grifo, and then one of the Black Chaos. So now we are going to give him another draw, so that's 3 draws now. He's just gonna draw his entire deck, I feel like. So this effect, okay. We need to talk about this. So if he stacks something on top of this, it's gonna have this effect, where it says your opponent can banish 4 monsters with different attributes and 1 spell from their deck. Now, if you don't have 4 attributes, this is gonna banish the top 10 of your deck, and this could be lethal, especially for Chaos, because if they banish like all your Archfiends or something, like that's gonna be very bad. Now, because we already have Archfiend engraved, this is fine, but it can still banish some of your cards that you need, and you can't shuffle everything back, right? So let's see what we do. We are gonna banish a Dark, a Fire, an Earth, and a Wind. Now, usually we don't have Maxi in the TCG, so you can just banish a light monster. We do have some light monsters like Ecclesia and so on. So usually this should not like destroy you here. Now I actually don't play Ash, by the way, usually, but if this deck becomes prevalent, I will be playing Ash in my main. Maybe just to stop this. So he goes, he's also playing Galaxy Eyes with this. So he adds Tachyon. So Tachyon works like Ancraft Atl, so it's going to get the entire chain, and this is a counter trap which you cannot respond to. So this is super broken, and you can activate it from hand if you control a Tachyon Dragon. So he already added a counter trap negate, which is the new Barian's Hope. This one, the Barian's Seal. This is gonna negate anything, and then also suck up something I control. I think it's a monster. Yes, attach one monster from either field or grave to one Xyz you control. And then he also has this. So that's going to be quite insane. His board's going to be ridiculous. We already give him 3 draws, right? So he goes 7th Tachyon for Galaxy Defense Robots. And then he is going to add a Galaxy Summoner, activates the Photon Emperor to revive. And then he goes into the Drag Luxion. Now what I'm doing here is I'm actually just keeping the Ultimate Swordsman, just so I don't give him any draws. I usually, ideally, would tag out into Black Chaos here, but we don't want to give him draws, and also keeping this on the field means that if he outs Mind Shuffle, this is still unaffected, so I can still banish 2 cards on his turn. And if he attempts to banish Mind Shuffle, I can just, return this, protect it with this, and then I have the tag in, tag out on his turn, which is going to be super lethal, because a lot of his cards cannot interact with my Mind Shuffle. So let's see. And I don't think he knows that, by the way. So he goes into Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. Now his Tachyon Migration is live. He goes Galaxy Summoner to revive. And then he goes into Photon Lord. Okay, sure. And then he is gonna grab a Galaxy Eyes Robot. Now, okay. He deals damage. Do you guys think any deck in the game can beat this at the moment? Like, I guess like with the new Gallant Thief, actually, maybe they can like tribute these to turn off the Migration and the Barian's Seal, and then there's an Unknown as well. But there's a point of interaction which is something a lot of people miss. I think my opponent thought he could activate the traps, but against Mind Shuffle you cannot use that. So let's see why. So when it comes back to my turn, I thought for a bit and I was like, okay, the best play is actually just to activate Swordsman here. I was worried about a Fallen the Virtuous, but I still get to banish 2 here. If he chained Fallen the Virtuous to this, I would just not chain the Mind Shuffle here. Because if I chain Mind Shuffle, he can just negate the entire chain, and then this would be negated, right? Because it's no longer on the field. So I go Swordman to banish 2. He is going to activate this. So I actually chain it now. So this was actually, okay. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1. Oh, yeah, okay. So the reason I actually chained this is my bad. Even I forgot this while I'm recording this. So if we read the migration, which we should do now. Where is it? Migration. This one. This says, if you control a Galaxy Eyes monster, activate as Chainlink 2 or higher, negate the activations of your opponent's spell and trap cards and monster effects activated before this card in the chain. This does not say trap effects, it says trap cards. So if I set this with Grifo and activate it, he can activate Migration. If I go Swordman to place this face up and use it, he cannot go Migration. And the new Barian's Hope also works the same way. It says it can only negate the activation, activates a spell or trap card. It doesn't say trap effect, okay? This is the most important point of interaction that you have to know, okay? Because now I can just spin back my Swordman, and I'm gonna banish 2, and I summon Black Chaos now. So banish his back rows, and we actually hit both Migration and the Migration and the Seal. And now I'm gonna go Black Chaos to banish the final back row, which is an unknown. If he chains it, I go Mind Shuffle, spin back, and then we are going to summon the Swordman again. And now he goes into this, okay, so we are gonna activate Swordman again. It's not once per turn, it's a soft once per turn. So you can use it to banish his other interruptions, and now he has 0 interruptions. So basically he had a ridiculous board which a lot of decks would lose to, and we outed it with just Engine because of multiplying Kribo, right? This makes it more consistent that we have plays like this. And this is how you should be playing the deck. You don't go Luster Soldier, banish 1, because you need to be patient. If you're patient, you have a play like this available for you. So now he just has nothing except possible hand traps, which I can also check. So I'm gonna spin back again to summon Black Chaos. You can argue I actually could have just not done this because I can just summon Swordman again. I never used this effect, which is once per turn, to actually summon it. I kept tagging in with Mind Shuffle. So I could have just shuffled this and banished 2 more cards, and then keep the other Swordman on the field. Banish 1 for demob and attack for game. I think actually maybe that would have been the better play. I was just worried about a Ogre, so this is why I made this play. And both plays are correct, but if you want to play around Ogre, this is the more correct play. Because now if I activate, he can't Ogre under the Black Chaos, right? But if he had Ogre, he would have used it earlier. So I guess, in a sense, it doesn't really matter too much, right? So we're gonna look at this. We go Mind Shuffle, discard the Dark Magician, because I can go Gaze on Dark Magician immediately to go into Dragoon now. Now he sees the Ecclesia, and then he scoops. So what I do here is I just go Albaz fuse with his cards, and then I can go for the Gaze of Timaeus. So I would chain Gaze of Timaeus to this, just in case he has something to stop it. Like, I don't know, Veiler or something. Maybe he was holding off on Veiler because these are unaffected. So, yeah, Dragoon would just check it, and then, like, we just discard one of these, and we just have lethal, right? Like, he's just cooked here. Okay. I think, yeah, this actually just broke, but we won. Yeah. Now, let's see game 2. So, this time we are also going second, I think. Wait, what's this game? Actually, this... Oh, he made me go first here. Yes, he made me go first. I don't know why, but I guess because he got blown out, he thought, you know... I'm gonna side in, like, Mind Mirror Force and stuff to, like, beat this guy, and he is gonna get destroyed here, because he sides in a lot of, like, going second cards for this. And you guys are gonna see, okay? So we're gonna go immediately into the Incredible Ecclesia. Activate it, and then if he chains anything, we just go Talents, right? And then we also have Corrupted Ritual. So we look at the hand, if he had Ashed to rip a Droll or something, and then we go Corrupted Ritual and play. So we are going to activate the Albas, we're going to summon, and then we are going to wait. Okay, he actually uses this. So this says, it's a turn 0 play where it stops you from summoning from the extra deck. Stops you into... Sorry, limiting you into 2 monsters from the extra deck that are non-number monsters. This is pretty much useless against Chaos, because you can easily out this. I can even just out it with the branded stuff, because I can go to 3 Brave Sword Souls, target negate this, and destroy it. So yeah, it just literally does not matter. I can also just go Farah, add Farah, and then pop this, and then I can just make all my plays here without ever summoning from the extra deck again. So let's see what we do. I'm gonna go Talents, look at the hand. So now if he has a hand trap, he's good. You can see he sided in like a Heavy Storm, but his hand sucks. Like, this is just super bricky, right? He plays too many like engine pieces like this right here, which is just useless. It's only good going first. And yeah, I mean, like, he just has nothing, and I have full combo here. So we rip the Heavy Storm. We go into the 3 Brave Short Souls, and we are gonna add a Farah, target and pop this. And then we were gonna go for the play where I would actually pop my own Mind Shuffle instead of the Field Spell, so he cannot respond to it. But it doesn't really matter because I know his entire hand. I know he bricked, and it's basically over. So yeah, that was game 2. Then this guy actually joined again. I played the I want, like, he wanted to play like 10 times. I don't know why it kept matching me up with him. It matched me up with him 4 times. I only played these 2 because after this I was like, bro, I'm not playing with you all day, alright? Like, you already got destroyed. There's no reason for me to do that, alright? No offense, bro. So he is gonna activate the field spell and then go Gorgonic Umbral. Okay, sure. His name is Flair, by the way. My name is Wahhabi, so he actually knows it's me. He knows what I'm playing, but I didn't know what he's playing until I saw this. Actually, I don't even know if this is the same guy, right? So we go full loss, and then he unfortunately has the one of Crossout Designator. Yeah, that does suck. I'm not gonna lie. Because I would have... Oh, it doesn't even show you what you would have drawn into. Is there like a thing in settings where I can like replay, profile, hologram, sound animation, chain effects? I don't think there's a way to actually see the cards. User interface automatics. I don't know. Do you guys like know? Is there a way to actually like see the cards, or card style, OCG, background, random? Okay. I mean, I don't think there's a way to actually see them. So he's gonna declare full loss, unfortunately. We could have drawn into, like, I just needed, like, something else to, like, combo this. If we get, like, Multiplying Kribo or Grifo, I would be able to just tag in, tag out, and I would just win. So he goes Masquerade Vein. We got hand dropped for 1 here, so we actually have to play with 4 cards. Not the greatest, I'm not gonna lie. But let's see. We got the GOAT, alright? We got the Black Skull Dragon. It's also live because I have a Ritual Spell in hand. So he is going to actually discard the trap instead of setting it for the first effect. He goes into the Heraldry Crests. This is such a hard name to pronounce. So I need to go into this now because I do know they play like the other monster that can like stack on top of this, and then it says like you change this card to like an unknown or some shit. So I am aware of this, so I need to do this now. So we discard, and then we are going to set this, because if he goes for anything to pop, I don't want it to be like a Mind Shuffle, and then Mind Shuffle is just useless, right? So Spell Shattering Sword is actually very good to set here, because if he destroys it, I can actually destroy something that he controls. And I do know he has a Destroy with like his Umbral cards. So let's see. He most likely has to destroy this, and then I can go Ritual Spell, add it back, right? So he is going to go into the... Yep, that's the guy. The Shatter... Actually, no, that's not the guy. This is going to go into another one. Yes, it goes into the other one that, like, does the unknown shit. So I'm going to banish a Magna Hut off the top, Ash Blossom, Max C, Droll, and then there's one more card. Oh, it's just the spell. Yeah. So this is, again, like, not super effective here against us. So he's gonna... Guys, who's gonna tell him? I don't think he knew. So he destroys this. Now, this is not just a hand drop. You can pop a card on the field non-targeting, which is very, very, very good, right? Because now I can actually pop one of his cards to stop this plays. Also, if you activate this effect right here to negate, and then they go Baron negates, Baron actually pops the card when it negates it, right? So this is gonna trigger to actually destroy a card. So this is better than you guys think. You guys just super underestimate these cards, right? So we are now gonna pop his Heraldry Crests. Okay, we need like a way to just pronounce this shit. Let's just call it Crest, alright? This guy is was gonna be quite annoying because it's a monster effect on the field. Oh, it's not a negate actually. It just goes into the other guy, but I think it has a pop actually. Yeah, then destroy the opponent's monster. Yep. And I really don't care if he goes into the new Variant Pope, because this is a Floodgate. But because this is in my grave, I can actually play around this. So it was better to pop the other card. So that's quite insane. I think what he did is he added back from the grave the counter trap. Is that what he did? Oh no, he plays 2, I guess. Okay. Why would you play 2 of this? Okay, these guys are going like super all in on like a turn 1 board, and then they're just losing to Chaos anyway. That's insane. So he goes into Utopic Futures actually. You guys know this card is just nasty. I actually showed it in like my last Chaos video. This guy was really annoying to out in Ryzeal. And he also sucks up the top 2 of my deck. This was Cartesia and a Multiplying Kribo. So Multiplying was going to be my top deck here. Now, with Multiplying, you can actually make Chaos Angel with this. So you normal summon the Multiplying Kribo, or if you special summon it as well, you summon multiple copies. You can just make it with Chaos Angel, right? You go Chaos Angel, banish. It's really cool that you can do that. It's like the Harmonia play, right? But Harmonia works with a... yeah, like Multiplying Kribo and Grifo and like a bunch of other stuff like Souls. Yeah, and it's better because it's a starter, not just Chaos Angel, which is, you know, not really a starter. It doesn't do anything besides outing the cards. So, top deck Pharah. How do we break this board? So we cannot add any cards. He has a counter trap, Omni negates, and then I can only summon twice from the extra deck, and then I cannot target anything on his field. And he can also take control of something, and I can only attack over this. And this is going to become indestructible if he triggers this effect. And there's possibly hand traps, because he has 5 cards in hand. Yeah. And we already got hand traps, so we have only 3 cards in hand, and then just like this on the field. So what's my, how do I win here? Let's see. So I'm gonna change this to attack. I'm gonna trigger the ritual spell. Now he cannot omni-negate this, because this is a spell effect, not a spell card activating. So I can add back the spell shattering sword, which is why I set it in the first place. Now I go Farah reveal it, because he has to negate this now. Farah is very good, because if he doesn't negate, I can target and negate this, and then I can actually play, right? So he is gonna go counter trap negate. Okay, nice. Get the negate out of the way. And then he can now suck up the Black Skull Archfiend. Okay, that was fine. So now, unfortunately, this doesn't pop, because if it popped as well, it would pop this, and then this would revive and take control of one of these. They're same attack, so I can get to choose which one I want to take control of. And I would most likely take control of this and OTK him. So that would have been insane. So this effect where it attaches instead of destroys actually saved him here. So Spell Shattering Sword, and we're just gonna target this because this is the only thing targetable, and we need to actually stop this because this is a big issue. So we are gonna reveal the Ritual Spell, and then negate it and change it to 0. Very important that actually changes it to 0 because it helps you lethal, especially with Luster. So now, in case he has a hand trap, before I go with Albaz, I'm actually gonna lead with Celtic Sage. I can still draw under this, but I cannot add any cards. So let's see what we do. So he does not actually activate anything. We're going to draw 3. And then we are going to draw into the Skull Archfiend and Chaos Hats. And then we also get a Black Chaos. Now, I was thinking for a bit, and I was like, do I want to make... Actually, never mind. That was a different duel. Okay, so I have to go Fallen of White. Unfortunately, this locks me into level 8s. I would have liked it if I could just like normal summon this and then go like revive Archfiend, go into Chaos Angel, banish, and then I can attack for game, but I can't because I normal summoned Celtic Sage and I had to make this play, right? And I wouldn't have had the Skull Archfiend anyway. So we're gonna go Ecclesia. I was thinking this guy might have Ogre, so I want to play around Ogre before I go into Black Chaos, okay? So I'm gonna activate this, go into Albaz to see if he has Ogre. If he doesn't, he loses to Dogma. If he does, I can still continue playing. He does have Ogre. Okay, this was the correct play that I made then. Now I could have synchroed as well. But this would not add anything. I would only be able to like target and pop. And then he would just not use the Ogre. There's no reason to actually Ogre. If I go for this, am I locked into anything? I'm not locked, but I like Granganol would actually not do anything. Actually, I forgot to add Granganol here. Yes. I keep forgetting Granganol. Okay. So he is gonna pop the Albaz. I was playing that Granganol. In one duel, I went Cartesian. I was like, wait, what? Where's my Granganol? It happens so much. It's getting quite ridiculous. I will obviously cut the cross sheep to play the Granganol. So now I go Skull Archfiend to revive, and then I'm gonna attack over the Utopic Futures Exile, and then we can just pass on this. And then we're gonna set the Fallen Virtues in the end phase, and Fallen is gonna actually do us good work here. So this, this game is super weird. It like gives you random toggles. I thought I clicked right click, but activated the card. So I don't know what the hell is going on. Maybe it's a bug. But now I'm going to have to pop this before he even activates, which is horrible. So that's unfortunate because he can just get another one and then activate it, right? So I'm going to pop it, send a Renbro. Then I'm going to use this right away to go into Mirror Jade. Discard the Ecclesia, and then we are going to go into Mirror Jade. And then we still have a Mind Shuffle here. Let's see his follow-up. He goes V Umbral into the Gorgonic. And then he's going to summon it, and then go add the other one. And this is going to... Hey, this is really cool that it triggers up immediately after you add it. Yeah, damn. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. So he goes into Utopic Rising. So Rising can actually revive back the Utopic Future Zexal. And then Zexal can take control of my Mirror Jade. But it has to be in defense. So I know like he can't lethal. So I'm going to use the Mind Shuffle now to go add Grifo. Because if I don't do this, then what's going to happen is his Utopic Futures Exile is going to be on the field. Then I activate Mind Shuffle, and then he is going to take control of Mirrorjade and force it out, right? So I'm going to do this early. Get the Grifo. Now, Grifo can actually... Now, when I went Archfiend, I maybe should have shuffled back this, because this would have been an interruption on its own with the Grifo, because you can just use this effect, right? And you can also use this, because I have this engraved, so I can actually use it as a negate as well. So I definitely, I think, should have shuffled this back. I shuffled back Chaos Hats because I thought I don't need it, and then I realized, shit, I'm locked into level 8s. So that was unfortunate, but this is like, I added this initially for to block damage, and then I see him go Battle Phase. So when I see this, I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should have just added Shattering Sword. Shuffled it back, so I still have the access to that play, right? So let's see what he does here. He is going to go 7th Ascension, get the Variant Seal, and then... Okay, that's actually insane. I did not know that. I haven't looked at the cards and like what each card can search and do. This added the Varian's Hope, because this adds Variant cards as well, not just Tachyon. Yeah, damn. Just immediately add this. That's really good. So then he's going to discard it and then go Battle Phase attack. So I think he made this play to trigger the trap to revive 2, because he didn't want this on the field. And then he wanted this effect as well. But this wastes his Battle Phase. And you guys know, if you grind out a game with Chaos, you're going to lose. So now I don't have to worry about Battle Phase. And now I'm kind of like regretting not shuffling this back. I will shuffle this back next time. So he is going to go into Masquerade Bane. So this is what I was waiting for. I'm going to banish it now, and he takes control of Mirrorjade, which is fine. This doesn't really do anything, because I can just get rid of all of this stuff. Goes into the Variant Hope, and then he is going to just pass here. He has no plays here. And then we're going to trigger Dogma to add, trigger Ecclesia to add, trigger Cartesia to add, and now we just win. This is an unwinnable duel for him at this point. And he realized that and just goes. Okay. So this was game 3 when he joined back. Now there is another game as well. This one. Yeah, this guy just would not leave. Okay, so I side in Mind Mirror Force here. I know this is in utility selection, not Beyond the Brave, but they should be coming out soon as well. I'm basically just showcasing like the full power of the deck post supports. It's not just Beyond the Brave. So our hand is actually looking mid at the moment, but we still have a Multiplying Rebo and Mind Mirror Force, so we should still be fine. And then I can use the High Spirits to actually unbrick my hand, assuming he doesn't go full on the Virtues here. So he's gonna chain a Fool, which is fine. I don't summon from the deck here. I think he did this just in case I was gonna go into Dark Magician again, because he saw me make that play in game 1, I think. So we're gonna add a Grifo, and then I'm just gonna activate the Grifo right away to go into Mind Shuffle, and then we are gonna grab the Skull Archfiend and then add a Black Chaos here. Now a cool thing you can do as well is if you play Souls, what you can do is go Mind Shuffle, discard the Archfiend, add Luster Soldier instead, and then you can go Souls if you already have access to like a level 7 with like Azamina or something. Souls, dump the Black Chaos, and then you can add it back with this, and now we have both rituals. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so now we just have 0 interruptions. We are just gonna have to pass. But here's the difference. This play that I made is actually, it completely unbricked my hand, because not only do I have a Multiplying Rebo, he has to out. Otherwise, this would also be a starter. He also has to add the Mind Shuffle, because that's also a starter. And then I also have these engraved, which are also going to be starters as well, because, you know, I can just add this back, and I can Ritual Summon, add Grifo, and then set Mind Shuffle. These are all plays. So I actually have 3 starters on his turn. And then on my turn, I have 1 starter here, and then I also have 2 Void Breakers. So that's very good. All of that just off of a Multiplying Rebo. So he is going to go into add Variant Seal, and then he is going to go into Dugaros. This guy plays Dugaros. Interesting. Draws 2, discards the Variant Seal. That's why he plays 2, I guess. Then he revives these 2, and then he is going to go into the Herald, the Crest. The Crest. Then he is going to... Okay, this is really cool. He can copy the Masquerade Vein to add again, and then like stack on top of it. I think this still triggers, right? To make me banish? No, it doesn't. Okay, cool. So now this is gonna trigger to make me banish. It doesn't matter because like it's once per turn anyway. I don't think they can like stack this forever. So once again, he is gonna chain to himself to pop the Mind Shuffle, which is fine. He still has to out the Multiplying Creepo. So again, we're just gonna banish these 4 and then a Corrupted Ritual because I did side out one of the Branded High Spirits. And then he goes into the Burying Hope, so I can't add, and then he sucks up 2 cards, Mind Mirror Force and a Luster. So with this, he actually saw I play Mind Mirror Force and he plays around it. He didn't want to risk it, so let's see what he does here. He goes Summon and then trigger the Masquerade Vein, add another Burying's Hope. Sorry, Burying's Seal. Goes into Zexal and he ends on 4 face-up cards to play around Mind Mirror Force. Nice. So top deck Farah again. Farah is so good, guys. He's so good. So I'm gonna set a Mind Mirror Force just in case he puts up something else like Harmonia or something. I don't think they'll play Harmonia, obviously. Actually, they can't play Harmonia, never mind. Like a Bestial, I guess, maybe? Do they even care about playing the Bestial? Do they have any dragons? I don't think so. And I'm surprised no one's actually playing Fiendsmith with this. What do you guys think? I mean, I know like you get locked with like the hand trap guy that places the field spell, but maybe it's worth it. Who knows? So I'm gonna go High Spirits to actually reveal this to force out the Variant Seal. Sorry, I go Farah reveal the High Spirits to force out the seal, and then he's gonna have to suck up Multiplying Creepo here and just negate the Farah, and then I can go High Spirits on Farah. So that's insane. I can't target any of his cards. This is gonna take control, and then I can't add any cards. And then this is also gonna be like a go into something that's gonna be a monster negate and changes to my name to like unknown or something. I actually can't go High Spirits, by the way, because I cannot add because of this. But I can still activate it to send like a Gragnol or a Dragoon to the grave. But yeah, I can't discard this to trigger her effect. So I'm actually gonna go for an alternate play here. Watch. So we are going to activate the Fallen the Virtuous on this, pop it, and now we can target. So we can go Ritual Flight Dark, add back the Grifo, and this is exactly why the new cards are so good, okay? We are locked, we can't add anything, right? So we go Grifo for Spell Shattering Sword, activate it, target, negates, and now we can play the game. Now I can High Spirits the Farah and force out an Ash. He does have Ash, nice. And now I can just kill him. Because this High Spirits actually does not matter because I go Ritual Spell, tribute the Farah, and then I revive her, take control of this anyway. So we go Ritual Spell, he goes Max C, that's fine. Too late. Way too late, bro. We are gonna summon Black Chaos, we're gonna, okay. I accidentally clicked no on this. What should have happened is I should have activated Black Chaos first, and then the Farah, so this doesn't trigger. So this says when your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, or an opponent's monster declares an attack. If you chain link block this with the Farah, they cannot actually use this, and you still get to add back a spell. So you don't have to pass up on that. So we're gonna revive the Farah, and then now whatever he like steals, sorry, if he triggers this, whatever he summons, I just steal. Okay. So he goes Farah instead, but I still take control of this, and now I can go Archfiend for game. I also play Curtain, so I can just banish this, go into D-Mod. D-Mod is 28, I add a Curtain. Curtain is going to give me 25 with the OG Dark Magician. Then you slap a Gaze of Demise on top, that's 3k. So all in all, it's 28 plus 25 plus 3k. So the Dark Magician cards themselves are actually lethal damage. Again, like the Curtain stuff is just super ridiculous. So we're going to take control of this, and then we can banish this face down, and then trigger this to shuffle back. I want to see if he had like a Nibiru or something before I banish to go into D-Mod. Because if he does, what I can do is actually let him summon Nibiru, okay? This is going to stay on the field, these get attributed, he gives me a token. I go D-Mod, add Curtain, and then Curtain is going to summon OG Dark Magician, add Gaze of Demise. Then I can go Gaze on OG Dark Magician, and then I can pop his Nibiru, inflict 3k, and then attack for 3k with Dragoon, and then attack for 28 with D-Mod for game. Nice. Also, I don't think they played Dragoon, Nibiru because I think it's a dark deck. So these guys are actually playing Impulse. What do you guys think? Impulse in this deck? Actually, did you play Light Monster? Yeah, maybe. I did see someone play like a Dominus card. I think it was Impulse. Maybe Spark. I don't know. One of these. But yeah. Actually, it was Spark. Yeah, yeah. Because you can still activate Light and Dark. That's why. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. So now let's watch this one against Sacred Beast. So this guy's testing the new supports. Okay, so our hand is okay. Opponent is gonna activate Unleashing the Sacred Beast. Fine. So I was thinking he would put up like a super combo deck board where they just go like 10 Omnis with like Varadros and whatever. But his board's actually tame. So I was thinking he plays hand traps here. And this deck can actually afford to play hand traps as well, I think. So he is gonna... Now, this is the thing with this deck. I think this deck is super weak because you have to play cards like this. And this trap. Now, this trap I would just not play, honestly. Like, this actually just sucks. And the deck is just way too bricky. And the other thing is, like, these have to send 3 other cards. That's a little too much, alright? That's what I really don't like about this deck. And what I think makes it super weak. So here he has a board wipe, not board wipe, like all monsters. Yep, destroys all monsters and then gains attack. And then this is gonna pop a back row. So this is actually threatening Mind Shuffle. I cannot respond to this. Neither player can activate cards or effects in response. If this card is destroyed by Battle Card effect, you take no damage, so he's gonna survive and then kill me on the following turn. So this is usually like the game plan with this deck. They want to just survive with this. And then if you can't kill them, they have tons of follow-up in the end phase. And they can just kill you on the following turn. Yeah. So, they're not gonna get another... I've just been, like, top decking Farah all day. Look at her nails. This is kind of neat, actually. God dang. Alright. Also, this looks like the summoning key from Black Ops. What do you guys think? I've been playing, like, the new, OG Black Ops 1 and 2. They were ported on the PlayStation 5. Actually, just so fun. This weekend has been insane. So I'm gonna go Farah, reveal the High Spirits. And then we're going to go High Spirits, so he can't Ash. And then we are going to just send this. Now, this adding Albaz is very good, because if I activate Farah on this rather than Corrupted Ritual, even if he draws, it's fine, because I have Albaz. And then also at the same time, this is going to get sent to the grave. So I don't want it getting Ash, so I can still get this play, right? And then this will just take control of his, what do you call it, the Gravial. So I'm going to add Albaz, and then if he draws here, that's completely fine. I also have 8 talents to push for a game. So this is a mandatory effect, which means it's gonna force him to like play into my talents, okay? And I'm gonna like keep abusing this and using it against him like every duel. So it says once per turn, if a monster is sent to the your opponent's grave, inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. It's not optional; it's mandatory. So he's gonna inflict 2k. I'm gonna trigger the Farah to revive. So now, once Farah hits the field, if he doesn't have Valor, he loses here. Let's see. So we're gonna activate, take control, GG. We just go D-Mod now, and then D-Mod by itself is just like ridiculous. Look at that. He goes Ash, he has to Ash here. If he doesn't Ash Curtain, he just dies. So now that he activated something, I go Talents, look at the hand, to see if he has any other hand drops like Nib. Yeah, Talents has been really insane. Like, you guys should be playing Talents. I also saw, like, some top deck lists as well also playing Talents. And, you know, like, they're playing, like, stuff very similar to my deck. So, and they're doing very well with it. So, yeah, again, like, it comes down to, like, how you play the cards. You can play, like, the best cards in the game. If you don't know how to pilot the deck properly, you're just never gonna actually win, right? So, I see his hand. He has nothing, just a Heartpiece Feather Duster. I just... link off his monster and my Demon to go to SP. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while, so this was my first duel against Sacred Beast in a long time. I forgot his effect, the trigger. I thought this is what like triggers this effect. So then I read this and I was like, wait, what? This is a separate effect. And I read this too late, okay? I thought he already triggered these to take no damage for the rest of the turn. And I didn't bother reading because I thought like I knew what the effect is. So unfortunately I go SP Banish. I had lethal this turn. It's not gonna matter too much. I know his entire hand, like I can just destroy his entire field here. So we're gonna banish the Sacred Beast here. I could have just went like Sword Souls, target, destroy it, and then just keep these and banish them with Swordman, and then win. So we're gonna go into the Fallen of White now. I think I want to actually... yeah, actually I know the hand, never mind. So I think I just go Sword Souls. Oh, yeah, Albaz, okay. So we just go Albaz now, discard the Mind Shuffle, and then we fuse with these, because we don't want to pop these. You want to either banish them, or fuse with them so they don't trigger, right? Now it doesn't matter in this scenario, because we already use SP. So I cannot attack directly anyway, and win this turn. So I'm going to go into Dogma, shuffle back his... Actually, there is no reason to shuffle back his stuff, because he has too many triggers. This right here is going to trigger on its own, and I can't shuffle all three back. Even with Archfiend plus Dogma, and then this is also going to trigger, and then this is also going to trigger, and then this is also going to trigger. So, like, there's no reason to actually, like, shuffle anything. I'm just going to shuffle back my own Dragoon and the D-Mod. Then I go Swordman, place Mind Shuffle, and then add a Swordman. Sorry, add a Skull Archfiend, and then add Black Chaos. And then we go Ritual, Flight in Dark, add back the Swordman, and now we can activate Corrupted Ritual. And then I'm going to add the new beautiful Skull Archfiend. So we're going to activate it. This is the play I'm talking about. You add back the Ritual spell, and then you discard it, and then you get to establish a level 8 for my stuff. And this also makes it so that if you have Mind Shuffle, this is going to enable, like, this play, tag in, tag out, super quickly, so that you can immediately establish, like, a Swordman and start, you know, outing your opponent's board going second. So this is, you know, way better than you guys think. So it summons in defense. I saw some people say, like, well, summons in defense, which sucks. It doesn't matter, because you go Mind Shuffle, spin it back, summon it again in attack position. So this just makes no difference. So now I just win. Yeah. He has a Harpy in hand, and then Harpy can't beat the Black Chaos and does nothing. And then he just loses. Yep, and I have a Fallen of Virtues in the end phase for this, in case he triggers it. Does he have any other cards? I guess no. I guess he can, like, actually add these back. He has, like, more follow-up, but he will just never be able to win, actually. Because I just send, like, a... Where is it? The Rindbrom. And then Rindbrom can revive, and then I can go into Mirror Jade as well. So, yeah. GG's. So now we're going to go into game 2. Okay, our hand looks interesting, actually. I can do some stuff with this. The only thing is I need Fua to resolve to actually turn on my Skull Archfiend, but even if it doesn't, like, Grifo on itself is also very good. So this is one of these hands that I do think maybe I don't care if, like, Grifo gets Cold Bite. Now, Cold Bite doesn't exist here, so it doesn't matter, but in a TCG setting, I would maybe bait out with Grifo, and then if he doesn't Cold Bite, I just chain Full Loss. But again, like, it doesn't really matter too much, right? Because if he has Ash, he would just Ash the Fua anyway. But then this goes through, but then he can have Fallen the Virtues to destroy it anyway. And the reason I would do this is because I still have access to this for my plays. So he is gonna add. I'm just gonna wait for him to summon from deck. So if he goes for the small level 4 Sacred Beast, or he attempts to summon from deck with the field spell, then I'm gonna trigger it. So he does it now, so I trigger the 4. Okay, this guy, I think this guy thought he can actually negate, but it doesn't work like that. So this says when your opponent activates a card or effect in response to your Sacred Beast's monster effect, negate that opponent's effect. This is only in response to a monster effect, and I did make sure not to play into this. I didn't see him activate this, but he's obviously playing Sacred Beast, so he wants to try out the new card, and this confirms he is playing it. So this is why I chained him to this and not like a monster. If he put up that monster that, like, summons level 4, I would actually let it summon and then 4. Yes, you do lose out on a draw, but and you don't want to use it early, so he can't play around it and, like, summon these first, like the big Sacred Beasts. And then he adds a Illusion Gate. He realizes, well, shit, I can't do anything now. Drawn to multiplying Kribo, and that's just game. Yep. It does suck that I have Dark Magician in hand. This can still summon it from hand, but, you know, like, it feels bad summoning it from the hand. It should be from the deck. But it's gonna basically allow me to get a Dark Magician on the field, and then I can go Grifo, spin it back, and I can summon this, and then this is tag in, tag out, and I have a what do you call it? I have a Ritual spell in the grave, and I also have actually the Grifo would be able to also set, like, a Mind Shuffle, and then Mind Shuffle would be able to add a Black Chaos. So I have Black Chaos plus the Swordman plus this, and then just infinite tag in, tag out, and protect all my back row. I can set 5, and yeah. The opponent cannot do anything about that. Yeah, dang. So I'm gonna trigger Multiplying Creepo now. And if he activates another monster effect, I'm gonna trigger it. To summon, he doesn't. We go end phase, set Mind Shuffle. Now, what you guys see this play, right? I'm using his card against him because, again, it's a mandatory effect to burn. So if I go Grifo, this is gonna force it out, and then I can chain Multiplying Creepo. And then this means I can make my plays. So when he sees this, I think he scoops. He's just like, yeah, there's no way I'm winning this. Yeah, alright. Now, this is important to catch in the TCG. Like these simulators, they give you the option, right? But like in the TCG, like you will not have like something telling you you can activate this card, right? So you need to know these interactions so you can make the most out of your cards. And then, you know, you don't complain that the deck is bad because the deck is insane, right? It's just your pilot. Are you a good pilot or not? So let's watch this one against... Okay, this guy was on 6 Samurais for some reason, so let's see what he is cooking up. So I was playing Crown here. I actually bricked. I actually bricked. So with this hand, okay, although it's a brick on turn 1, I think this hand's also still very good. It's very, very good because Full Loss is gonna force out Ash. Then you can go Multiplying Kuriboh, and then you can access your plays because I can go Grifo, set Mind Shuffle, and then discard this, add whatever, it doesn't really matter. I can add Lust Soldier, have tag in, tag out. I also have a Crown. So I do have lots of plays still, and the rituals by themselves are super hard to out anyway. So there's a good chance that I will just not die, right? So this guy actually goes into a monster negates. When your opponent activates a monster effect, okay, yeah. So we are gonna crown this. I don't want him to add, and also it's a monster negate, so it's gonna stop my Multiplying Kuriboh and the Full Loss. Now I can Full Loss, but I have to wait until he activates this, then I Full Loss. He can't use this as, this is a tuner, but I knew he couldn't go into Synchro 8 because Forbidden Crown stops him from actually using this as material. So now we can Full, we can draw 1 card, we are gonna draw into High Spirits. Nice. Now I can make the play where I add the new Skull, Red Eyes Skull Archfiend. What do we call him? Hold on. Okay, well he's not here. I can't look at him now, but yeah. Alright, so he's gonna go into this, which is a spell trap negates, and then we draw into Maxi. Okay. He's gonna attack, that's completely fine. I'm gonna activate Maxi first here. So now, okay, this doesn't matter, it's negated. Now I'm gonna draw 1. Okay, look at this. So I actually draw into Grief. So again, this is why Full Loss is so good, because like your deck plays a lot of, you know, turn 0 enablers. So like you can roll like crazy, and you start like, you know, putting up like 4, 5, 6 interruptions on, even though you had nothing initially, right? So I'm gonna send Multiplying Kuriboh and attack, and then he goes Fall on the Virtuous to pop this. That's completely fine. And then we go Grifo. Now I did this first because if I go Grifo and he had a way to pop it, that would be very bad. Now what I can do is I can add the new Skull Archfiend, and if I want to block lethal, it can do that, right? You summon it in defense as a 2500, and that's also going to set something for you. And then because I do have like a... what do you got? Skull Archfiend in hand, I can discard it, and then I can add a Lust Soldier, so it has an effect at the start of the battle phase to gain attack points. If your opponent cannot out that, they will have to chain something to stop it. If they chain, you go Mind Shuffle, spin it back. So I think this is why they give that effect as well. Which is actually very thoughtful of them, I'm not gonna lie. So he's gonna... I forgot he has a Spell Trap Negates, but this is not lethal, doesn't matter. Because he had this, I should have just kept the Grifo in hand. So he sets a Mind Shuffle. So he has Monster Negate, Spell Negate, and then he has a Fall on the Virtuous and an Unknown. So I'm gonna go High Spirits immediately. So he is gonna negate, yep, obviously, because if you let High Spirits resolve, you most likely just lose. We go Celtic Sage first, and then he is gonna negate. So I could have went Fallen of Albas to discard this, but he has Fallen of Virtue, so he would just pop it. And I don't want to reveal I have Archfiend in hand. I would rather he negates this, because if he lets this go through, I can still discard this, right? And if he doesn't, he has to force out this negate. And then the Fallen of Virtuous would not do anything after that, right? So now we can activate this from the hand. So this is good because now we baited out this, and he has to go Fallen the Virtuous on this. But if he doesn't, I can just crash it anyway. Like, it doesn't matter too much. And then I summon Black Chaos. Yep, and I also have a Grifo to set Mind Shuffle immediately as well. So we are gonna mill the Ritual Spell, add Black Chaos, and then we're gonna trigger the Ritual Spell and add back the Grifo. And now we can activate Grifo, set a Mind Shuffle, and now we can activate the Mind Shuffle to add the new Skull Archfiend, and then we can activate the effect, dump the Ritual Spell, summon it, trigger the effect, he goes Chain Spark. I don't think that's a good idea, buddy. I don't think that's a good idea. Now we can chain Mind Shuffle, spin back. Now the best thing about this is, like, it can play around Bell, because if the opponent actually Bell cannot be used against this, because this says set a spell from your deck or grave. Bell cannot stop this. I will show you after the duel why. And another thing is, if your Ritual Spell gets belled, you can still activate this and then set the Ritual Spell and activate it again. Does that make sense? Like, this card is solving the issues that the deck initially had, which is a quick way to put up a level 7 or higher that can be searched, because this card can be searched multiple different ways with, you know, the Corrupted Ritual Records, Mind Shuffle, and so on. And then the other thing is playing around Bell and playing around Ogre, because you can put up multiple level 8s, level 7 or higher, I mean, and then you can spin them back for Black Chaos. This will dodge the Ogre. The way you stop Ogre, and I saw someone actually, like, in the Nationals, actually got, not Nationals, like the qualifier thing, they got completely blown out because they had, like, a lack of level 7s on the field. You need to be able to stop Fallen the Virtuous, plus multiple different things, like a possible Ogre as well. This lets you, this deck can put up Curtain, so a level 7 with Dark Magician. You can put up this, so that's another level 7, and then you can also have, like, Black Chaos itself on the field. These are, or like Luster Soldier. So these are 3 level 7 or higher. So you can keep spinning back and forth. Like, let's say they activate something, I spin back, they chain Fallen the Virtuous, and then I spin back again, they chain Ogre, I spin back again. You spin back 3 cards, right? And then you can summon. That's insane. So we summon Black Chaos, dodging his thing here, and then we go Spell Shattering Sword. I'm gonna add back the High Spirits, and then he spins here. Yeah, goddamn. Goddamn. So let's see game 2. Maybe this time he has a chance. I actually did not lose a single duel, which is insane. I did leave a couple duels, which is against the Umbral horror guy, because, like, I played 2 games against him, best of 3s, and then, you know, it just kept matching me up with him, and I don't want to play with him anymore. So I just left. So this guy is going to go into the Spell Negate first this time. I'm not sure if this is the only play he could have made, or he made this a play on, like, the Grifo. But yeah, we're going to trigger Multiplying Grifo. He does play Fallen the Virtuous, and I do know he plays it. So because he doesn't go Fallen the Virtuous, I'm thinking he maybe just doesn't have it, because he would have used it right here, and then he gets another Fallen the Virtuous in the end phase, right? So I can play around it, knowing that he doesn't have that. Okay, play around, what do you call it? Droll and Lockbird by activating High Spirits in the draw phase. And then this is also forcing out his negate, because if he negates now, I can also just, if I had a Ritual Spell, I can chain the Spell Shattering Sword. But unfortunately, we don't. I wish this was just reveal a Light and Darkness Ritual from under grave or deck, because if you reveal from deck, this would be insane, right? So he goes Max C. Okay, of course. Now Multiplying Crib is actually going to add a Grifo. So this was just perfect. And now you just go Ecclesia, and now look at this. What chance do these players have? As a Harmonia, doesn't matter. So he had the Spell Negate, he had, I don't know what these are, but also Max C, and then Harmonia. Do you guys think we lose to Max C with this deck? When this deck comes in Master Duel, do you guys think Max C will stop us? Yeah. I'll let this, you know, I'll let you guys decide that. So he's gonna go Fedralist to pop, and then summon the Ecclesia back. So he's gonna draw another card. He goes Cloud-based Spin back. So what I can do is I can actually summon the Ecclesia back anyway. It doesn't matter, but I don't want to do that. Mainly because I think I'm locked. Am I locked? Did I? Actually, no. I normal summoned this, no? I think so. Oh, no, never mind. I think I want Ecclesia effect. Yeah, that's what we did. We want Ecclesia effect, tag into Albaz, and then revive it back. So what I can do is I can still go into Chaos Angel if I want to, but I chose not to summon just because I'm under max C, and I think I can actually kill him this turn. So I don't want to give him too many draws here. I want to just resolve this so I can get access to my stuff first. Get the Black Chaos, and then we're gonna activate Ritual of Light and Dark, add back, activate the Ritual of Light and Dark, and then we can chain Greyfell. And now this is GG. This is GG. They can't do anything. Go into Black Chaos, add back a spell. We have Chaos Stats live. And then add back Spirits, and then banish one of his back rows. We're gonna force this out, and then boom. Spin it back, summon Swordman. We know this is not Fallen the Virtuous. And now we can banish two. And now we change Spark, we spin it back. Oh, he doesn't. We don't. Okay. The reason I didn't do this is because I can banish this for Demod, and then Demod is lethal. So, and it's unaffected, so it's not gonna get banished by Spark anyway. And then we just banish it, go into Demod, and I think he's goofed. We're under max C, by the way. So we're gonna activate the Archfiend to revive. Just minimal draws, go battle phase, and then he is gonna scoop here. 2000, and then we summon with Curtain, 25. And then we add Gaze of Timaeus, so then we can just activate it, go into Dragoon, and attack again. If, you know, it wasn't lethal already. And this is just game. Yep. Actually insane. Don't know what to say about that. This deck is really, really disgusting. You guys are heavily underestimating these cards. And then I think there was one more. Yeah, this one against Sky Strikers. Oh yeah, these as well. Okay. So let's watch this one. In this, I'm gonna open High Spirits. I'm actually going first this time, thank God. I lost like the majority of my coin flips. Like out of 10 games, I lost 9 coin flips. I don't know why. The game is just like stupid. So again, like I keep sending this because I don't play Granganol here. I should be playing Granganol. So we're gonna get rid of the Farah. Now this is still correct, by the way. Even if I play Granganol, this is actually correct. Why? Because if you send Dragoon, if you send Granganol, I mean, you will not have a bridge with Cartesia. Unless you want to go like 3 Breath Short Souls to like add Farah, so it doesn't matter. But if you want to go for the Ecclesia line, you can't, because you will not have a Granganol to summon off the Cartesia. So you would send this, and then you can just shuffle it back with the Archfiend, and then go into Dragoon after. So this is still correct. So we're going to revive this first in the drop is, and then we're going to get the Albaz, and watch this, okay? This is like how powerful this deck is. Look at this, guys. Go into the Victim Sanct, because I have so many plays, I don't care. I'm just gonna go into Demon now. At no point can he activate Droll and Lockwood. Look at this. I'm gonna add, okay, and then Chain Mind Shuffle. Why Chain Mind Shuffle here? Because I'm gonna, if I add here, he has a window where he can actually Droll, and I can't stop it with the Victim Sanct. But if I Chain Mind Shuffle, I can send the Archfiend, and then Archfiend is gonna trigger first, and then he has to Droll in this window. If he Drolls, he's responding to my Archfiend, and then I can just negate it, right? And then if I get to search, after I search with Archfiend, and he Drolls, it's too late. I already searched everything I need. Does that make sense? This is insane. Add Curtain, and then like, you can see like he can't Droll here. And now he can Droll, and it's too late. Because if he Drolls, I chain Curtain, add Gaze of Timaeus, and there's nothing to add anymore. This is just it. All my adds have been used. So add Gaze of Timaeus, and then we can trigger the Ritual Spell. This game was kind of insane, actually, I think. So we're going to activate Ritual of Light and Dark, tribute the Dark Demod, go into the Black Chaos, add back the Curtain. And then just adding back Curtain is just so nasty, because it's always going to give you a level 7. You have so many ways to access level 7s, meaning your Mind Shuffles, just they're never going to have a window where they can just chain Fallen Virtuous to pop your Mind Shuffle. You have this, you have Farah, which you can summon off this, you have this on the field, which I can, if you spin this back, they chain Mind Shuffle, you spin this back to summon this, right? And then you also have the new Black Skull. So this is insane. Shuffle back the Farah so I can summon her with this, and then set 5 and pass. And I have a Harmonia in hand, and I can add back here for a discard for Dragoon. So what do we have here? We have a negate if he responds. So if he responds to Mind Shuffle, there's infinite ways I can stop this. I can go Dragoon right now, which I will. And then this is going to be one way to stop them, stop like Ogre or Fallen Virtuous on Mind Shuffle. I can also chain this to stop it. If they out it, I still have actually a way to get to like Grifo. So it doesn't matter. There's just no possible way they can out like the Mind Shuffle here. Grifo would just set another one. So we just go into the Dragoon here. And now he is checked. There's just nothing you can do. And now I can use this. He can't Ogre because this is on the field. So then we can add a Luster, and now I have tag and tag out. He goes for this, attempts to pop this, can't. Spin back. If he chains anything else, I go Victim Sanct Negate. And Victim Sanct, they can't droplet Victim Sanct because this hops off the field, right? So I would immediately chain Victim Sanct to this instead of spin back again. Just in case they have multiple different cards. Because if I go activate Mind Shuffle again to spin this back, they can go Ogre, then I have to use up one of these anyway, right? So you might as well just hop off with this, and then he can't Ogre anymore, right? So this is always the correct play here. So they... You mad lads. Alright. I really love the Dark Time Wizard cards. I actually will hopefully be making a video with Dark Time Wizard with the new Chaos support. These cards are so good. You guys just super disrespect these cards, alright? This is one of the best spells I've ever seen. It's so fucking good, guys. You can also discard this off of the new Black Skull. And this does so much for you guys. You go for this to add the Trap card, which Trap card, the Trap is so broken. It's ridiculous. I would even go as far as to play it in this deck with Chaos. It's not a brick. I don't care what anyone says, that card is not a brick. It's actually a turn 0 enabler as well, because you go Harmonia, Pack Bits, discard it from hand, and then you can seal one of their spells or traps. So against Chaos, you seal the ritual spell and they're fucked. It's so good. This is so good. You get to add the trap, and then on top of this, it's gonna add itself back in the end phase. So then in the end phase, you trigger your Black Skull from hand, discard the Dark Time Wizard, because this is free, and then you get to summon it and set a Chaos Hats for the new Shattering sword from the deck for free. And then it's gonna be activatable on the opponent's turn. Isn't that so broken, just because of one of the Dark Time Wizards? And then you can also use this effect. So it can be used as a board breaker to nuke their field. If it doesn't, you go for the black Red Eyes, right? And then Red Eyes is broken. So, holy shit. I am super scared of this card, because I'm one of the few people who know how broken this is. So I go Dragoon Negate. There's no way I'm letting that resolve. 0% chance. 0% chance. He goes evenly matched. This is fine. Even if I had known he had evenly matched, I would still negate the Dark Time Wizard. Because this is a much bigger threat to me than evenly. You guys are going to see, evenly doesn't matter. So he has Dark Time Wizard plus this, plus evenly matched, lots of board breakers. This was game 1. This guy's maining these cards in Sky Striker. So it's a Sky Striker board breaker deck, I guess. So here's what I do. I go Fallen Virtuous, send the Rainbow, and then pop the Dark Magician. I do want to keep this in rotation for Curtain. And then we are just gonna banish everything, keep the Mind Shuffle. You would think this deck loses, right? No. This deck does not lose, guys. This is infinitely better than Azamina, right? We are gonna go Rindbrom to revive Albaz, and then we can trigger its effect to like fuse still, and then we can summon Harmonia, and then we can tag in, tag out through evenly. So we don't actually care. So he goes Linkage, that's fine. Goes into the 0. Let's wait for him to activate the effect. He activates the effect to add. Now we can chain Harmonia and pop it. He does not have a Ray engraved. So now we pop it, and then we also send a Ecclesia Synchro. So on the following turn, he would just get destroyed. This is main 2. I know I'm gonna survive. He has no way to get rid of all of these. So he will 100% lose now. There's just 0% chance he wins. I don't care if he draws 10 cards right now. It's already too late. So we spin back some Black Chaos, and then we get to add a spell to discard for the Albaz. So I'm actually going to add back High Spirits, because High Spirits is going to add itself back in the end phase, because I sent Rindbrom to the grave this turn, which means all of my stuff are getting triggered. This one, we don't have Cartesia, but High Spirits is also going to trigger on the grave. So it goes Ray into Kagari. I just pulled off on the Luster. There's no reason to trigger it now, but I do go into the Albaz to go into Mirror Gate. I had a feeling he actually drew into like Fallen the Virtuous or a Droplet. Yeah, this guy had all of these. And I don't think it was enough, right? The engage is just ridiculous. I thought he drew into something here. So I was not confident this would resolve, and he actually did draw into Droplets. This is completely... Again, how do you beat tag in, tag out when you have no battle phase and you can't kill me this turn? It's 100% over. There's 0% chance you win. Goes Vision to draw, goes Linkage Send, we just chain, summon a Luster. Because if he draws into Fallen the Virtuous, he would have to Fallen the Virtuous this. Because he can't do anything. He can't out this, actually. And then if he does this, I spin it back some Black Chaos. Yep, so we are gonna just wait. He just can't do anything here. Goes, okay, this is the only card that can actually out the Mind Shuffle. But he doesn't have a battle phase. So I can just summon the Black Chaos and just keep it on the field. Yep. And then on his turn, I just get to banish him face down. Oh, he... Okay. I mean, he would have lost anyway, but yeah, he targeted... Well, it doesn't target, that's the thing, right? But he attempted to spin these two back. Actually, this one, I think, only. This cannot be spun back because this is not targets. Rookie mistake, my friend. Then he actually left the game entirely. he was so embarrassed by that play, he just, like, completely left. Guys, these are not the only duels I played. I played so many duels where the opponents just, like, run the timer down. I don't know what they do. They, like, disconnect. And then I just have to wait there forever. And it's just horrible. It's so bad. So this guy is playing. I thought this guy was on like a Toon variant. This gave me a jump scare when I saw Toon bookmark. But then I was like, okay, actually this is just Endymion. He's just in the new support, but he plays this because you can grab Toon Table of Contents more consistently, and you can just keep activating this for spells. Although this is kind of cool because you can do lots of cool stuff with it with these, but they suck. Like go in second, you have no chance. How do you beat Droll and Lockbird? You can't, right? No, my hand's actually decent. Look at... Actually, decent is an understatement. This hand is disgusting. Magna Hut add a... the new Black Skull. We can go Harmonia, send Lulu, and then Lulu's gonna trigger. We can also just use it as 2 interruptions instead of Lulu. And then we have a Albaz. We have Far Revealed Curtain, and Curtain is, like, by itself is just nasty. And then you just... I actually just don't know what he can do here. Like, what do you guys think he has to do to win? Goes into Electromites. I did not know this was legal in the OCG. I thought it was only Master Duel, but I guess I was wrong. So he goes Souls to send. Now that he's sent with Souls, I actually have a target for Magna Hut. So big mistake. But then again, like how does he know I'm playing Chaos, right? And I have a Bestial in my hand. So look at this. He just keeps triggering these, summoning 1,000 times. One Nibiru just blows this entire deck out. Like... Okay, goes activates Toon World again. Adds Toon World, bro. You gotta, like, you guys have to chill on this, alright? You guys are playing, like, mega bricks just to go first for an FTK combo when, like, you know, your deck just cannot go second. Like, if you lost coin flip, you would lose the duel. Imagine you just open, like, 3 book, Toon Table of Contents, and you have no targets. You just have Field Spell, which does nothing, right? You don't play any Toon monsters. Also, I read one comment that said, do we beat Toons now? Yes, we beat Toons, right? Toons don't matter anymore because we have Mind Mirror Force. We have multiple different cards. We also have the new Gallant Thief, which can tribute all their cards. Like, Toons don't matter anymore. I don't think Toons is going to be an issue. You guys are going to see, like, post Beyond the Brave. Like, people are going to absolutely destroy Toons. Toons are not an issue anymore. So yeah, with like the new cards as well, like it's pretty cool because you can also pop the Toon World by just going Gurifo by itself, set the spell Shattering Sword, and then you can activate it in response to Toon World adding, and then pop it. So this is very cool that you can do this. Will you do it? Is it consistent? Like, will it stop their turn? It's... I don't think it would maybe stop their turn. They probably can still extend. But in some scenarios it can, so it depends really. But again, like we have so many turn 0 plays. This also makes it more consistent that we can go like with the new Black Skull Archfiend, that we can actually summon our stuff to stop their board. Because you summon Sword Me, you keep it on the field, And then if they declare anything, you go Mind Shuffle, spin it back. And then summon like something else. So we are gonna trigger Harmonia now on the Celine, because if he chains, which he does, I can actually just Bestial the Mythical Beast. Now I actually don't know if he can even revive. Can he revive it? Yeah, he can, I think. It doesn't matter. So he's gonna have to summon souls. As long as we get the Jackal out here, because it's a monster negate, it's fine if he revives the souls. So we're gonna pop the Celine, and then we're gonna send a Lulu. I did not really care about outing this board. If I spin these to the hand, it doesn't really matter too much. I don't think it makes a difference. I would rather have Lulu, so I can go into the what do you call it? The Ecclesia in the end phase. And then Ecclesia can be used with Magna Hut to make a Chaos Angel. Light and Dark to out his stuff, and that's probably GG's. What do you guys think? Oh, he actually just scoops. It doesn't matter, I guess. Yeah, sure. Oh, he didn't scoop. He actually ran out of time because his combo takes a shit ton. This guy took forever to combo. And this is why you don't play decks like this on MD Pro. I used to play Heroes as well on this, and it's just like horrible. I lost all my duels because of timeouts. I couldn't even combo. So, let's watch this one. Final duel against Chaos Labyrinth. So we actually have the play. I think this is my first duel, actually, on MD Pro. And he bricks, of course. Alright, so we're gonna go for Black Skull Archfiend, discard the hats, summon it, and then we can set a Mind Shuffle directly. This is in the end phase. So now he goes Harmonia, because he is very scared of this. He's playing Angelic Chaos. Angelic Chaos Labyrinth. So I'm gonna chain Maxi. Gets a draw 1. No, I wasn't sure what he was playing here. I thought it was just like a pure Angelic, or like Elf Notes. But he sends Herald. And I'm like, what in the world? This guy's on Chaos? There's no way, right? We draw to Ecclesia, we set Mind Shuffle, and then he is gonna trigger the Herald. We're gonna summon with Blank Rainbow. And the reason you summon it is because we have Harmonia. So if we trigger Harmonia, we can actually use these two to go into like the Ecclesia Synchro, and then we can like combo off this, or we can go into like the Victim Sanct to, you know, protect our plays. He adds Luster Soldier, and I'm like, all right, bro, this guy is on Chaos as well. Nice. So we're gonna top deck a foe, which is awful. I'm gonna chain this. I was worried about a Fallen Virtuous, but I kind of had to do this here. And he actually has Eradicator instead. So this is basically the same, but it's actually weaker than Fallen Virtuous, I would say, because Fallen Virtuous is gonna like give you another Fallen Virtuous in the end phase. This is only like popping all traps, which is whatever. I don't care. This is only like if I draw into the traps. So he pops the Mind Shuffle, fizzling the effect, and then that is fine. So I'm going to go into Ecclesia, and then we're going to trigger the Ecclesia to see if he has another Harmonia. He actually plays Impulse here. So Impulse does not turn off his Luster because it was set before he activated. So his attributes are still live. So now we're going to actually have to just attack and pass. We don't have any plays. The Impulse stopped us. Impulse is very good. Like, I do understand why people play Impulse in this deck. But if you're playing like a Labyrinth build where it's like a trap heavy deck, yes, definitely play Impulse, alright? I also play Impulse in the trap build that I play, Trap Chaos. I play both Impulse and Spark. It's 1,000,000% worth it. But if you play pure Chaos, like I'm doing here, like Branded Chaos or whatever, you definitely don't go for Impulse, right? Even in a pure build, without Branded, you just don't play these cards. They're very bad. So he is going to trigger the Kukulak for some reason. I think he maybe wanted to trigger this, I guess. Summons the Swordman, which is unaffected because of the Ritual Spell. Now, I think he thought he can actually banish Multiplying Rainbow with this, but he can't. You must banish 2 cards. You can't banish 1 card. So he goes Battle Phase. And now I trigger Multiplying Rainbow, add a Grifo, and now if he attacks, it's fine. So we still have these as plays, and we also have a full loss now. So I wish I could see his extra deck, aside from the ones that were already revealed by Harmonia. Because I want to know if I made the correct play here. I went full loss. So I wait for him to summon, and then I go full loss here because I wasn't sure if he would want to link here. And then he goes Mind Shuffle to spin back. Okay. So summons the Archfiend, and then he passes. Okay. So now we go Grifo, set Mind Shuffle. I think it's incorrect to not chain Summon Black Chaos because you haven't used this Maybe he forgot, he thought Impulse locked him out, but Impulse was set. So you spin it back, summon Swordsman, and then when I activate this, you go spin back the Swordsman, summon this, and banish the Mind Shuffle. This is 100% worth it, but then it plays into my Harmonia. And then he surrendered here, because he has nothing here. This is not really, like, I can definitely out this with the cards I have, because I'm going to be able to just add my Archfiend, discard it, and then make all these plays, and then I have basically full combo, and he doesn't really have anything. I know everything in hand, there's nothing in grave that's going to be a threat. And yeah, even if he has Black Chaos, like, what does that do for him? Nothing, right? He has just one banish. Yeah, and then I go Cloud Beast, spin back this. When he goes like banish, Harmonia, Cloud Beast, spin this back. Now I can banish these face down and attack for game. Because again, like, the curtain makes everything so insane. But if I use this, this is going to turn off the mod, so I can't add curtain. So yeah, that is just game. Okay. Again, I'm gonna be changing the deck list and like testing other stuff out to see like what the most optimal build is with the new cards, because again, like, I'm still like testing the cards, seeing what they do, their weaknesses. I'm like trying to figure everything out here, but they look very good. Okay, you guys should not be underestimating this card. All right, you guys are severely underestimating it. All right, and this is just incorrect. People said the same thing about like a lot of cards in Chaos at the beginning, and then they later down the line realize how broken they are. I think this is one of these cards as well. I think this card is very good. But it has to be used as a combo piece with other stuff, which again, I really like. I don't want them to just have super broken one card combos, or like, you know, turn 0 plays like Harmonia. I think that's just not good for the game. You guys see how Harmonia just splash into every deck that can play it? This would be the same thing if they made that, right? But now they made it in a way where you can play it usually just in Chaos. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will be making more videos on this, and yeah, see you guys in the next one.